Welcome all students. I am from Rayat Shikshan Samstha Mahatma Gandhi Junior College, Pravaranagar. Our chapter name is Electromagnetic Induction, lecture number 3. Myself, Professor Jawahar Pandey. In last lecture, teacher discussed Lenz law and Faraday law. In this lecture, we have to discuss flux of the field. The concept of the flux of the magnetic field is very important while understanding Faraday's law. We have two figures. Consider a small element of area dA bar. A direction is assigned to this element of area such that if the curve bounding the area is transverse in the direction of the arrow as indicated, then normal we draw comes out of the plane of the paper towards us. In other words, it can be also stated as it is the direction in which right-handed screw will move if rotated in the sense of the arrow on the curve. So we have two diagrams. First diagram is small element of area dA bar is bounded by a curve which is considered in anticlockwise direction, and second diagram stands for finite surface area S bar. So from these two diagrams we suppose the element of area dA bar is situated in a magnetic field, we call it as B bar. Then scalar quantity d phi, it is equal to magnetic field, product of magnetic field with area. Here magnetic field is denoted by B bar. Area of small field is dA bar. So scalar quantity d phi is equal to B bar dot dA bar. It is a scalar product. It can also be written as d phi is equal to mod of B bar dot mod of dA bar into cos of theta. So which is called the flux of B bar through area dA bar. In this case, theta stands for angle between the direction of magnetic field B bar and direction assigned to the area dA bar. So it can be generalized to define flux over finite surface S. We have two diagrams. Second diagram stands for finite area S. So we have to remember magnetic field B bar will not be same at different point within finite area. It is fluctuating, it is changing, and therefore area is divided into small section of area dA bar so as to calculate flux over each section. We have to take integration over entire area S. Small area is dA bar, entire area is S. So we have to take integration So flux passing through S, entire area S is phi is equal to integration B bar dot dA bar over entire surface S. We call it as equation number 7. But we cannot take B out of the integral unless B bar is same everywhere. And therefore, if the magnetic field at every point changes with time as well, the flux phi will also change with time. If the magnetic flux changes with time, then flux will also change. So phi is equal to phi t. It is equal to B bar integration of B bar t dot dA bar over entire surface S. Faraday's discovery, or he discovered that rate of change of flux, which we call as d phi by dt, is related to work done to take unit positive charge around the contour C in the reverse direction. This work done, we call it as electromotive force, shortly EMF. So accordingly, Faraday's law states that induced EMF can be written as E is equal to minus d phi by dt, but phi, we find value of phi in equation number 8. So we can place value of phi in equation number 9. So final equation comes out to be E is equal to minus d by dt of integration of phi means b bar t dot dA in SI unit. EMF E will be in volt. Flux phi, the SI unit of phi is Weber and SI unit of time is second. From equation 9, we can see even if B bar does not change with time, flux may still vary if the area S changes with time. So this expression is for small e. We have completed flux of the field. So next article is motional electromotive force. In this diagram, we take rectangular slide ABCD of conducting nature. As shown in figure, rectangular frame of wire ABCD of area Lx is situated in constant magnetic field B bar. So area is Lx. Why Lx? Area of rectangle is length into breadth. Here length is small l, breadth is x. So area is Lx. It is situated in constant magnetic field B bar as the wire BC of length L is moved out with velocity v. To increase x, then area of loop ABCD increases. Therefore, flux of the B bar through the loop increases with time. And according to the flux rule, induced EMF will be equal to rate at which magnetic flux through a conducting circuit is changing, as stated previously. So what is flux rule? Flux rule stated that induced EMF will be equal to rate at which magnetic flux through a conducting circuit is changing. So the induced EMF will cause a current in a loop. So current is also induced due to induced EMF. It is assumed that there is enough resistance in the wire so that induced currents are very small. So because of resistance, induced currents, the value of induced current are very small and they producing small negligible magnetic field. As the flux phi through frame ABCD is BLX, we can write magnitude of induced EMF. We can write mod of E is equal to d phi by dt is equal to d by dt of BLX. It is equal to B is constant, L is constant. We have to take derivative of x. So BL into dx by dt. Finally, we comes out to be is equal to BLV. Thank you.